wonders how she'll make it through her day. Everything's against her, the wind and the rain. She tries her hardest just to end up in shame. Then she's losing at the end of the game. When she's ready just to throw it away. Sometimes he wondered how he'll make it through his day. Everything's against him, the wind and the rain. Tries his hardest just to end up in shame. Then he's losing at the end of the game. When he's ready just to throw it away. Another miracle Sometimes I wonder how I'll make it through my day. Everything's against me, the wind and the rain. Try my hardest just to end up in shame. Then I'm losing at the end of the game. When I'm ready just to throw it away. Another miracle rain. Sometimes we wonder how we'll make it through our day. Everything's against us, the wind and the rain. Try our hardest just to end up in shame. Then we're losing at the end of the game. When we are ready just to throw it away. Another miracle of peace. Another miracle of peace. That is a song that I wrote, and I really do like that one just because of the message that's into it. And I don't know about you, but how many times have you been at the end of the day wondering, how in the world did I survive? Then you look back at the miracles and like, wow, if that person hadn't come along at that specific moment, at that exact place, I don't know what I would have done. It would have just been ruins. And I admit I've been on that road many times thinking, wow, how do I get my kids to school? How do I get them from school? How do I feed them? I mean, there's been many times. And I have to admit, being here in the Gargoyle, which I absolutely love, has definitely been one of the greatest blessings here out at Lake Pleasant and the people that are here. So I know each one of us out there does it. And if you paid attention to that last line, and the miracle is you. And I have to admit, there is a lot of that line in the goal process. You go through it, and let's say like step 1, you're identifying you for you. Step 2, you're saying what's most important to me. Well, actually, you write them down. Step 3 is you say this is what's more important than that. And as well, we all go through life with choices. And when we make one choice, we've eliminated many other choices, which we could have done in that one choice. And there's always that looking back period of saying, wow, I kind of wished I did that, or I really should have done that. And the cool thing with the goal process is because we have to make those choices, we have a lower probability of saying that to ourselves. And like, yes, even with the goal process, you will look back and say, wow, that would have been fun. However, I am proud of myself for what I did do in the same time with the same time of options. So it's really good to learn the goal process, and it'll help you deal with those kind of feelings because, like I said, we all have them. And sometimes we think, wow, the choices I made are self-incriminating or self-defeating. Sometimes we go through that, and as much as we hate it, we also need those experiences in our life so that we can better appreciate who we are, what we are capable of, and identifying the talents that we do have. And then as we go through the goal process, finding mentors. That is a huge deal. We need the help from others. I even say in the goal process, we don't need help from everybody, but we do need help from others, which then of course brings up the 3 requisites, which are at the beginning of the Dragonize Your Dragon Eyes Goal Process course, of course, free online. And step 1, don't do anything that gets you hurt. And that's physically, mentally, financially. Don't do anything that intentionally hurt you, because you are worth more than that. Once you're hurt, guess what? You're healing. You are not progressing. You're trying to return to the status quo. The 3 requisite number 2 is don't do anything that hurts others. And that comes down to a completely selfish motive. And I've seen it recently. I won't give names or examples of references, but one guy had frustrated, annoyed, and insulted another. Well, that insulting person now needs something, and he can only get it from one person. That one person is not going to give what this one guy needs. So out of his own selflessness of attacking and insulting another, he will not get what he is looking for. And so that's why the second rule is there. Don't do anything that hurts others. Selfishly, they will hold it against you until you have completely come to a full amends and rebuilt your trust with that person. So, again, that's dealing with others. Rule 3 is don't let others hurt you. Now, that means be aware what's going on around you. I tell this to my kids at the grocery store all the time. Okay, we're going in there. There's going to be people who aren't paying attention to you. They have grocery carts. They're not going slow. They don't care about you. You need to be aware of who they are, what they are doing. And you see this on the road all the time. When I drive, I'm always looking for that caustic driver. Caustic meaning deteriorating or potentially threatening. So when you are out there, be aware of what's going on around you. But as far as that song, Another Miracle Appears, the 11th one, that very last line in that song, and that miracle is you. After you've gone through all those trials, you've had other people help you, it is time to turn around and become a mentor to others. The only way your self-esteem is going to continue to grow with the goals you have achieved is to turn around and help others. And that is the amazing part of the goal process, which is why the dragonize.org has the Institute portal on it, is so that you can turn around and help others. And guess what? When you're helping others, that gives you an opportunity to learn more or earn more, if not both at the same time. Because my 28 years of coaching, I have learned so much from the people I have taught. Nothing has built my self-esteem more than trying to be a teacher. Working with these people, and every single person, even if they're a little on the annoying side, I have to admit, not all personalities rub together, but they can still teach you something. And they are worth the while so that you can improve. I don't remember right offhand who said it, but I think it was Benjamin Franklin, but don't hold me too short on this. He said, I've never met anyone so ignorant that I couldn't learn something from them. It's either Einstein or Benjamin Franklin. Yeah, not Frankenstein. No. However, you might be able to learn something from him too. Beside the point, I am getting close to doing some interviews for the shareholder representative. Very, very exciting on that. And I have on dragonize.org in the job portal a couple of positions available for what we are going to call syndicate factotums. The word factotum means somebody who does everything. So right now, it's kind of like me in the Dragonize Studios and Institute Incorporated. I am the factotum. But we are hiring people as we begin selling shares to become factotums. And a factotum is going to produce the monthly syndicate in their region or geography, or up to about 100,000 people or households. And they are to go out and get the businesses that will advertise in it, so that there's the money behind it and the profits for the shareholders. As well, they will be putting together their own draconian journeys every 3 months, getting the venue, getting the speakers at it. And hopefully my goal is to see thousands of syndicate factotum positions throughout the entire country, where almost every day of the week you will see a Draconian Journeys event from somewhere different in the country. That way you've got something you can tune into and be inspired, hear about the trials and the triumphs and just the stories of motivation behind every single one of them throughout the entire country. That's the great thing with America, is there are so many untold stories. And we want to try to bring those to light at DragonEyes.org and through the Dragon Eyes Syndicate. We are looking for people to do interviews on all the time. In fact, the first one for April 26th here at the Peoria is with 2 of our articles already. So when we find these people for articles, we find great people who can give up and give speeches, hopefully promote what they are all about as well. Because these 2 people that I have for this first one, Francoise and David, both have books that they've published, and I hope to see their story get out there and their books to get sold even more. So, a lot going on. And remember, when you're at the end of your road, the best thing to do is to help somebody else, because you don't realize how when you open the door for somebody else, it also opens the door for you. So, and people do notice. They notice. Well, it was kind of sad. This last weekend here at the lake, another Marina member had passed away from an unexpected heart attack. And this last weekend, they had a little memorial service here in the Dillon's restaurant, and they catered food to all of his friends. What was really sad was that so many people arrived who never knew this fellow, and what kind of personality he really was. And they just loaded up on all this free food, thinking it was for them. And one of the employees had told Belle, because Belle went by and told him thank you for preparing, supplying, and providing all of that service and food for that many people. There's at least 200 people who came through there. And he turned to Belle and said, "You're the only one tonight who has said thank you." And trust me, people notice when you go out of your way to help them. No matter how horrible things have been for me, I've always found a way that I might help somebody else, even if it was just a smile, and I faked my smile because it was that awful of a day. But anyway, that's why it's so important, in my opinion, to go through the Gold Process course absolutely free in the Institute portal at DragonEyes.org. So I hope to see you become a student there, so that on those days where you need a miracle, hopefully there's one there for you. And in the meantime, believe greatly, achieve greatly.